the champion Arnold A.J. Adams versus Dylan Kleckler.
You can see here, Sean, not very much of a difference. 1.5 reach advantage for Adams. We've talked about this, so I think it's going to be more the pace. It's going to be the decider of fact, not who has a little bit longer of a reach advantage.
We are now set for the main event. Scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds for the undisputed BKFC World Heavyweight Championship. Presented to you by ONIT, Total Human Optimization. Sanctioned by the Florida State Boxing Commission. Executive Director Patrick Cunningham. Our 3 judges scoring our main event: Efren LeBron, Daniel Torres, Alexander Levin. And the third man inside the squared circle, our referee in charge of the action at the bell, Big Dan Murgliata. And now, with our bare knuckle fight fans watching live worldwide on Bare Knuckle TV from the Caribe Royale Fight Fans of Orlando, it's time to knuckle up! Introducing you first, fighting on the red corner. Tonight he wears black trimmed in white and red. He stands 6 feet 3 inches tall. His official weight, 238.1 pounds. He is undefeated in the squared circle at 3-0. Here is the #1 heavyweight challenger in the world, fighting out of Pensacola, Florida, Dylan Bad Boy Kleckler. And across the ring, his opponent fighting on the blue corner. Tonight, he wears black trimmed in purple and gold. He stands 6 feet 3 inches tall. His official weight, an even 257 pounds. His impressive bare knuckle record stands at 6 victories opposite a single defeat. Fighting out of Chicago, Illinois, here is your defending, undisputed BKFC World Heavyweight Champion, AJ Bomari Boogeyman Adams.
The champion Arnold A.J. Adams said, I expect a fast start from Dylan Kleckler. I have to mute that fast start. I cannot allow Kleckler to set the pace and get comfortable early.
Well, we've been talking about it. It's all about pace.
Round #1, black and purple trunks for the champion Arnold Adams. Black and red trunks with white trim for Dylan Kleckler. 2 very powerful, but also very intelligent heavyweights. Right to the body lands from Kleckler. Counter on the right hand on the inside from Adams. Bounce in this step of Arnold A.J. Adams. Nothing on the left hand from Kleckler. Feint from Adams. Slide forward pressure now from the champion. Good left hand from Kleckler. To the inside. Looking on the turn. Left hand just off the mark from Kleckler. Adams missing with the overhand.
Oh!
And down goes Arnold A.J. Adams.
That looked like it was from the jab as well.
Sat down by Dylan Kleckler. Now taking the mandatory 8 count from Dan Murgliata.
And that is huge right there for the scorecard. Especially from the guy who tends to win 5-round decisions.
Kleckler to the body with the left jab. Lead left hook not there into the clinch. Off the jab. Right hand on the out from Kleckler. Did not fully land.
And I would not be surprised right now if you see Adams trying to really get inside for a little bit and push his opponent around, make him wear him out.
Adams off the double jab entry, left hand. Adams trying to turn up the pressure, overhand right. On the duck under. Left hand, another right hand, this time lands by Adams. Kleckler with the right hand, the left hand, counter right hand by the champion, another right hand by Adams. Both fighters throwing it, down goes Dylan Kleckler. One knockdown apiece. You cannot be saved by the bell in any round. Dan Murgliata continues his count. Kleckler tells Murgliata he wants to continue, and that is the end of round number one. One knockdown apiece.
And that was huge right there for Adams. He looked like he felt a sense of urgency right there. He said, I have to do something to change the pace of this. Boy, did he do it.
Back to the jab. You're holding his head well.
Man, that was a huge comeback right there for Adams, because otherwise, down 2 points, started off the first round.
So with one knockdown apiece, first Adams down, then Kleckler down. The three Florida judges scoring ringside essentially have to say the two knockdowns cancel each other out. Beyond that, who do they feel won the round?
Ready?
Round number two. Adams immediately coming forward off of the jab. Backward step from Kleckler. Right hand, another right hand. Second one just missed by Adams. Good right hand by Kleckler. Kleckler left hook. Kleckler swinging big, Adams swinging big. Clubbing right hand, another right hand. And down goes Dylan Kleckler, trying to throw a punch as he fell. Wow.
5, 6, 7.
The count for Murgliata.
8.
Murgliata,
he's not getting up.
Adams to 10.
Wow.
And the run of dominance continues for BKFC's World Heavyweight Champion, Arnold A.J. Adams.
Had to deal with adversity twice, got knocked down the first round. He was rocked here again the second round. That was surprising. He just bit down his mouthpiece and started throwing. I would have said you need to kind of tie up your opponent. He didn't know that. He just threw his own punches, got the knockout. Wow. He does have power. I know we talk about his elusiveness and how slick he is and his volume. He has power.
This is year 5 of BKFC, and that round 2 is one of the best that we have seen, Chris.
There it was, hit him. Oh, nice little short right hand. Turn it over very well. Here, watch this.
Kleckler's brain is telling him throw. He's throwing as he's going down.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge, Big Dan Murgliata, reaches the count of 10 at 34 seconds into round number 2 for your winner by KO and still BKFC World Heavyweight Champion AJ Boogeyman Adams.
That was a phenomenal main event. Dylan Kleckler with the jab in round number 1, dropping the champion Arnold A.J. Adams. Adams dropping Kleckler at the end of round 1 and finishing Kleckler, fighting through adversity and massive punches in round number 2. The winner, by way of second round knockout, Arnold Adams defeats Dylan Kleckler.
Welcome to the new BKFC app. Get monthly BKFC events for $7.99.
This is the best show in combat sports.
Enjoy our all-new library of content, including behind-the-scenes access, exclusive BKFC original series, and additional live bare-knuckle fights from around the globe. Knuckle up with the new BKFC app, only $7.99 per month. Saturday, July 12th, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship returns with another explosive night of action. In the main event, the unbeaten knockout artist Leonardo Perdomo goes toe-to-toe with the former champ Arnold Adams in a heavyweight clash. In the co-main event, an interim flyweight world champion will be crowned as fan favorite G the Cutman Perez battles the undefeated legend Andrew Strode. Watch all the savage action live on the BKFC app. Download it at bkfc.com. That's bkfc.com.
The numbers for this, our co-main event of the evening, presented by Blackout Coffee. In the heavyweight division, Leonardo Perdomo versus Steve Aurelius.
And I know there's a 2-inch height advantage, but more importantly, it's that 6-inch reach advantage that Aurelius has. He wants to stay long. He wants to stay outside. He wants to make Perdomo pay for trying to get in to land those shots.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now set for the main event. Scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds in the heavyweight division. Presented to you by Blackout Coffee Company. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner. Tonight he wears black and white. He stands 6 feet 1 inch tall. His official weight, an even 237 pounds. He holds an BKFC record of 1 victory opposite a single defeat. He is the former WBA Cruiserweight World Champion, fighting out of Miami, Florida, by way of Paris, France. Here is Steve And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight he wears red. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall. His official weight, 256.4 pounds. He is undefeated in his campaign of pain at 6-0. Here is the fastest rising heavyweight star in BKFC history, fighting out of Miami, Florida, by way of Cienfuegos, Cuba. Here is the undefeated Leonardo El Zombo Perdomo. And our referee in charge of the action, Sam Burgos.
Steve Aurelius told us, I am willing to let Leonardo Perdomo have his fast start. I will react smartly. I will not rush. What I will do is keep, quote, dancing throughout the night. Both fighters up to scratch. The bell, round number 1. Red trunks for the Cuban Leonardo Perdomo. Black and white trunks for the Frenchman, Steve Aurelius. There's the big left hand from Perdomo. Strikes left hand, and down goes Steve Aurelius.
That's all she wrote.
Leonardo Perdomo is a true phenom, and he continues to dominate in BKFC.
That's why the crowd absolutely goes nuts when this guy fights. All it takes is one punch. He can't get out of the first round, Sean. That's 7 up, 7 down. Who are they going to give him next? Aurelius, I mean, you thought he talked about dancing, he talked about moving. It's different when you get in there with this guy. Perdomo continues to throw bombs at all angles, very difficult. Once he lands one, that's it. That left hook, he talked about it to us earlier. He said, his left does much damage. His right is harder, but people are looking for that right. They don't see the left hand coming. When you land it and you don't see it, that's all she wrote.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge, Sam Burgos, calls a stop to this fight at 13 seconds into round number 1 for your winner by KO and still undefeated, Leonardo El Zombo Perdomo.
All right. El Zombo still undefeated. Zombo, come in, man. Another first round knockout. This has become a trend. You just keep knocking people out. There's a lot of people here. There's Arnold Adams. I saw Andre Arlovsky. I think Shaq's back here. There's a lot of people. Who do you want to fight, man? Who is the next guy on your hit list?
Otro noqueado en el primer round, se ha convertido en algo normal. Hay mucha gente importante hoy aquí en la casa. Tenemos Conor McGregor, tenemos Shaquille O'Neal. ¿Qué va a tomar para poder ir contigo?
I stay in Miami, okay? I know that.
Miami, baby.
Yes, sir, but cannot talk in Spanish, all right? Yo soy de Cuba. Vengo de comer candela. Y el que se mete conmigo se quema. Yo soy de Cienfuegos y voy a meter 100 para abajo para todo el mundo hacer. ¿Entiendes?
Okay, listen, I'm from Cuban. I'm gonna keep it humble. But I want one thing to be very clear. Anywhere on planet Earth that feels that could be me on a fist fight, just sign the contract and I'll be there.
And now, thank you BKFC for open the door for me. Thank you. And now, heavyweight fighters, hey Ben Rowell, you know that I have 1 year stored for you, ask for you. Are you ready?
I think we're all ready. Leonardo Perdomo.
And Sean, that just has to be the next fight. You'd have to think nobody wants to fight this guy. Power, precision, speed, accuracy, and you just have to love his attitude.
13 seconds, that is the second fastest heavyweight knockout in BKFC history. Leonardo Perdomo, spectacular again. Pausing, and then exploding, and then finishing Steve Aurelius. In our co-main event of the evening, the winner by way of round 1 knockout, Steve Aurelius is defeated by the great and emerging Leonardo Perdomo.
Welcome to the new BKFC app. Get monthly BKFC events for $7.99.
This is the best show in combat sports.
Enjoy our all-new library of content, including behind-the-scenes access, exclusive BKFC original series, and additional live bare-knuckle fights from around the globe. Knuckle up with the new BKFC app, only $7.99 per month. Saturday, July 12th, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship returns with another explosive night of action. In the main event, the unbeaten knockout artist Leonardo Perdomo goes toe-to-toe with the former champ Arnold Adams in a heavyweight clash. In the co-main event, an interim flyweight world champion will be crowned as fan favorite G the Cutman Perez battles the undefeated legend Andrew Strode. Watch all the savage action live on the BKFC app. Download it at bkfc.com. That's bkfc.com.
A really intriguing fight for you now in the flyweight division. Our tale of the tape is presented by Bucked Up Energy Drink for Tyler Randall versus Andrew Strode.
And this is a strange one with only 1 inch height advantage for Strode. However, a 7-inch reach advantage. That's huge. That's massive. And he wants to utilize that. Stay long, stay outside, decide when and where the fight happens the entire night.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are set for the next fight of the night. Scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds in the flyweight division. Presented to you by Bucked Up Energy Drink. Get bucked up. Introducing to you first. Fighting out of the red corner. Tonight he wears red, white, and black. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall. His official weight, 124 1/2 pounds. He holds an undefeated BKFC record at 2-0. Fighting out of Denver, Colorado. Here is the undefeated Andrew Legend Strode. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight he wears maroon and silver. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall. His official weight, an even 126 pounds. His BKFC record stands at 4 victories opposite 2 defeats. Fighting out of Fort Myers, Florida, by way of Hoosick Falls, New York. Here is Tyler Rookie Randall. And our referee in charge of the action, Brian Miner.
Andrew Strode told us, I have to establish my jab immediately, and then smartly walk down Tyler Randall.
Ready?
Low stance and scratch for Tyler Randall. Round number 1. Low trucks for Tyler Randall. Black trucks for Andrew Strode. There's the bounce in and out of Randall that Strode talked to us about in our fighter meeting. He said, I have to assess and then gain the timing of Randall and that very unconventional movement very, very quickly.
And you can already see the unconventional movement and hand placement of Randall. Hard to deal with that. It's very awkward.
Step in 1-2 from Andrew Strode.
feel like you can already see who has a speed advantage in this fight.
Counter left hook. See that high open, almost 1860s style striking guard for Tyler Randall.
And you can tell it's taking Strode a minute to try and figure it out, to try and download this information, see how to attack.
That's a fast 1-2 entry.
And I think that's what he's figured out. That's how he's going to attack. He's wait for his time and explode in.
Continual bouncing up and down, in and out of Tyler Randall. Strode stepping forward again, overhand right. 55 seconds remaining, round number 1.
I feel like every time Strode explodes in, Randall takes a second to roll. That was fast.
There's the duck on the left hook. Landing flush. Randall took that very well and now resets in a wide stance center circle. To the inside now. This is where Randall wants to be. But huge shots on the thigh block from Andrew Strode. Strode going big on the inside. Randall going big on the inside. Tenacious exchange for both Randall and Strode.
There was a lot of punches thrown, and they were all power shots.
Slight smear of blood over the right brow and the face of Tyler Randall. Randall stepping on the naked two, misses with the left hook.
Randall throwing with heavy power.
Randall now cut as well, outside of his left brow. There's the up jab entry from Strode. Strode talked to us about being explosive. He's been really explosive to this point in the fight as we are through the opening round. This is a huge match at 125 pounds. Two of the best flyweights in all of BKFC. Tyler Randall versus Andrew Strode. Round number 2 fully underway.
It's those quick combinations from Strode that are giving problem for Randall.
2 off the mark. There's a fast 1-2.
But a good body shot by Randall. He needs to get into that pocket and start working the body.
Randall feinting on the jab, feinting on the level change. The quick pull out. 80 seconds remaining, round 2. Lead left hook not there. Overhand left, that was there. Fighters holding position in the center circle.
Strode getting in front, almost daring his opponent to come close so he can counter.
To your point, Chris, you can see Strode sitting back, trying to open up Randall to do just that counter.
I mean, Strode is heavy on that lead foot. He's leaning forward. He's still going to lean back so he can counter.
Step in left hook just off the mark, but it moved Tyler Randall off his striking line. Heavy feint. Jab didn't fully land. Push jab. Push jab. Drew a smile on the face of Andrew Strode.
You get the feeling Strode's really starting to get comfortable with his range. Looking to open up here as soon as he can really time his opponent.
Overhand right. You see that open guard of Randall. It's something Strode did not see a lot in USA boxing.
It's so different. It takes you a while to get a good feel for it and figure out the timing and figure out the placement.
Hand duck under left hook on the counter from Randall. Fighters having their moments. Heavy front shoulder now for Strode. Strode off the jab. Good pull again from Randall. Overhand right, swing and a miss. We are through 2 rounds.
Knuckle up.
Call of knuckle up for Brian Miner. Round number 3 underway. Bouncing the step of Tyler Randall.
So that's an awkward style. It's hard to time. Where's his head going to be? Where's his body going to be?
2 again. There's the left hook.
Both guys landing power shots.
Fighters having their moments, especially Chris on the counters.
I mean, Strode is coming forward with a good 1-2, but being countered immediately afterwards.
Faint step from Andrew Strode.
Strode keeps throwing that overhand right or that straight right. I'd like to see him turn it over the body. That could do a lot of damage.
Weighted stance, heavy front shoulder. There's the duck under. Strode slowly, methodically trying to walk down Tyler Randall. Randall pulling back that check left hook. Take it right hand right back. 50 seconds remaining, round number 3. Time club next step by Tyler Randall. Separation from Miner. See the diversionary hand movement. The extended guard of Randall to do just that, explode forward. An elusive movement from Strode. Overhand right to the inside. Hard to the body goes Tyler Randall just before the separation from Brian Minor. Late here in round number 3, 15 seconds remaining in the third round. Tree again, left hand. Clean left hand, overhand left from Strode.
Strode looked very close to doing some bad damage in that flurry, just out of reach.
Next stop, round 4.
Ready? Knuckle off.
Round number 4. Forward pressure off from scratch for Tyler Randall to start the 4th round.
Man, these guys are so close. You can tell they're both just waiting to counter. As soon as one throws, the other's going to counter.
Straight jab from Randall off the mark. Long jab from Strode just off the mark. This jab again.
Both these guys are doing a lot of head hunting. I'd like to see a little bit more body work.
Overhand right, overhand left, both missing. 3 seconds remaining, round 4. Chris, this is really turning into a fight about timings.
A lot of counters, who's waiting. As one person throws away and see who can land that good counter shot. Those punches you don't see that do damage.
We're trying to find the overhand right time. Left hook on the leaping left hook. Randall to the mid-range. Jack hook from Tyler Randall. 5 seconds remaining, round 4. Pull back that right hand mid-flight. Left hook from Randall.
Also a left hook from Strode. Both guys, this is very strange how close they're getting and not throwing, just waiting for the other person to make a move so they can counter.
Some disquiet in this Mohegan Sun crowd, but this is a really tactical fight. Two ultra-talented 125ers.
When you're this fast and you're this accurate, it's hard to just run in there and throw punches. You're going to get countered.
Strode feigning on the jab. The heavy front step. There's the feint again. There was the up jab attempt. Audacious from Strode. Overhand left misses. We move to the 5th and final round. 5th and final round underway.
I said it's that 1-2. Strode keeps throwing. I can see him throw that 2 to the body.
Tyler Randall 4-2 in BKFC. Andrew Strode 2-0 in BKFC. Hook misses from Randall. Strode overhand right.
Randall with a phenomenal chin. Every time he gets hit, he doesn't get a reaction.
Overhand right not there from Strode. Double jab is. Randall resetting immediately on a striking line. Back to the mid-range. 2-3 from Randall. That was clever. The left hook up there. Almost an illegal back fist from Randall. Thought better of it. 70 seconds remaining in this fight. Right hand just off the mark. You see the reset now from Andrew Strode.
Strode did the right thing there. He rocked back and came with his own right hand. He just missed. That's, like I said, good defense by Randall.
Heavy feint from Strode. Took off the mark. Good pull from Randall, shuffling his feet. Left hook, there's the hard entry to the mid-range.
Oh.
Mouthpiece out.
They usually don't call that in the middle of an exchange, but
To it. 35 seconds remaining in this fight. Left hook tentative. Randall's been putting that check left hook out and pulling it back mid-flight. Almost as though he's having second thoughts. Hard left hand there, another left hand from Strode. Left hand, right hand. Both fighters told. The canvas ruled a double slip by Brian Minor.
but they might call that an accident.
10-second clock. Both fighters looking for one more significant punch.
Strode really starting to land heavy in this round.
Strode forward, the bell. That is the end of this flyweight fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, after a hard-fought 5 rounds, our judges at ringside are all in agreement at 50-45 to the winner by unanimous decision and still undefeated, Andrew Legend Strode.
5 very close rounds, but 5 rounds to none across the board from the 3 Mohegan judges. Make no mistake, both fighters had their moments, but the explosive in and out, the timing of Andrew Strode to the win. Victorious by way of unanimous decision, Andrew Strode defeats Tyler Randall.
Welcome to the new BKFC app. Get monthly BKFC events for $7.99.
This is the best show in combat sports.
Enjoy our all-new library of content, including behind-the-scenes access, exclusive BKFC original series, and additional live bare-knuckle fights from around the globe. Knuckle up with the new BKFC app, only $7.99 per month. Saturday, July 12th, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship returns with another explosive night of action. In the main event, the unbeaten knockout artist Leonardo Perdomo goes toe-to-toe with the former champ Arnold Adams in a heavyweight clash. In the co-main event, an interim flyweight world champion will be crowned as fan favorite G the Cutman Perez battles the undefeated legend Andrew Strode. Watch all the savage action live on the BKFC app. Download it at bkfc.com. That's bkfc.com.
In the bantamweight division, G. Perez versus Albert Incline.
And it's a 2-inch reach advantage and 2-inch height advantage that Perez has. And he loves to stay long, wants to stay outside and make Incline pay for trying to get close and land those power shots.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are set for the next fight of the night. Scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds in the flyweight division. Presented to you by Kurgo. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner, tonight he wears white and yellow. He stands 5 feet 6 inches tall. His official weight, 129.6 pounds. Tonight, he steps into the squared circle ready for bare knuckle fight number 4. Fighting out of Phoenix, Arizona, here is Albert Trill Flight Incline. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner, tonight he wears olive green. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall. His official weight, an even 128 pounds. He holds a BKFC record of 3 victories opposite a single defeat and makes his return to the BKFC squared circle. Fighting out of Pahokee, Florida, by way of Sawa La Grande, Cuba. Here is G the Cutman Perez. And our referee in charge of the action, Nick Behrens.
Albert Incline told us, I'm going to keep pushing a fast pace. I cannot allow G. Perez to slow down this fight from range. Round number 1. I start off from scratch for G. Perez on the 1-2. He's in the green trunks. White and yellow trunks for Albert Incline. It stands for both fighters trying to sit down on their punches.
You can see already G. Perez appears to be the bigger, stronger fighter.
Working the jab from southpaw is Albert Incline. Straight right hand on the entry from orthodox G. Perez. Very loose, open striking guard by design for G. Perez. There's the tuck under from Perez. No tighter striking guard for Albert Incline.
Got to be careful he's staying in G. Perez's range and not his own.
Switching stances now to orthodox is Albert Incline. Straight entry right hand again for Perez into the clinch. Over the neck, guillotine position, draws the separation from Nick Behrens. A minute remaining, round number 1.
You can see from that southpaw stance versus the right, G. Perez looking to step outside that lead foot and throw the straight right down the pipe.
There's the right hand again from G. Perez. He's landed that 3 times now in succession here in round number 1, throwing it naked and landing.
Right on cue. If you can step outside that lead foot, that straight right is there.
Well, the crouch stance now for Albert Incline. So with the left hand, resetting, 30 seconds remaining, round number 1. Right hand again from G. Perez. Duck under from Incline into the clinch. There's the turn. Both fighters throwing heavy to the body. See the patience of referee Nick Barons. Right hand to the head. Hard shots. Both fighters to the canvas. This will be ruled a double slip by Barons. 10-second clock. Very late here in round number 1. G. Perez versus Albert Incline. Right hand missing from Incline. We go to round 2. There's Gaston REYNO when we need him. Round number 2. Straight right hand again from G. Perez. That punch has been there in the early stages of this fight.
That punch is always there when you have right-handed versus southpaw. Incline has to understand that. He's got to adjust. I love the way G is just crouched down, waiting to throw that right hand.
Check left hook on the entry, heavy into the clinch, to the body, Incline to the body. There's the turn. There's some difficulty now in the separation.
Watch a late shot.
And so both fighters watch the late punches. Essentially break when I say break. Again from G. Perez, rangefinder jab, could not land the 2.
I think what's really going to change this fight is when Perez lands that straight right when he follows up with the left hook.
Held overhand left, but that allowed the entry point for Incline. To the clinch again, short left hand. Separation again from Nick Barons, keeping this fight moving. It's high and tight for Incline coming forward. Perez again lowering his stance. Quick jab from Albert Incline, not fully through. Jab again, there's the left hand. Duck under from G. Perez, right hand. 30 seconds remaining, round 2. The hook jab, big right hand. Perez now coming forward into the mid-range off the right hand again. Left hand, duck under from Incline, but he's playing defense, all offense for G. Perez.
Hands, you good? You guys good?
Accidental clash of heads, we fight on.
Head clash.
Nick Barons just reported the accidental clash of heads to the Florida Commission table. The fighter complaining much. There's the right hand. Heavy entry from Albert Incline. We are through 2 rounds. The start of round number 3. One opening the 3rd round with the jab. Perez sitting on his back foot, loading up that straight right hand on cue. Finder jab again for Perez, sitting on the right hand, that time to the body. Left hook.
I love that right hand in the body. That's exactly what Perez does. Mix it up.
Incline coming forward. Long jab from southpaw.
Incline is standing in the position where he can get hit, but he cannot touch his opponent. He's got to step forward.
Jab from G. Perez.
Fingers when you're reaching.
15 remaining, round 3. We're in the bantamweight division. Good left hand on the entry from Albert Incline.
That's what he needs to do. He needs to step outside that foot and throw that left.
Straight right hand again. Counter left hand from Incline. To the chest from G. Perez. 55 seconds remaining, round 3. Slight stalking pressure now from G. Perez. On again, entry on the left hand. Into the clinch. There's the right uppercut. Short left hand from G. Perez.
Hey! I say stop.
I like it when Incline throws that left. He stepped outside, he's throwing the left hand. He needs to do that more often.
Barons authoritatively saying to Albert Incline, stop when I say stop. Saw Barons that break with some difficulty. 20 seconds remaining, round 3. That jab just off the mark. There's the duck under from Perez. Short left hand. Jab not there for Incline. Incline, though, turning up his volume here in round 3. Just missing with that left hand. Perez just missed with the right hand. The bell next up, round 4. I imagine he was very heavy from top position.
He's a handful, Sean.
Round number 4. Left hook, good left hand from Inclon on the counter.
His corners tell him he needs to be busier. When he's busier, he's landing.
Hand off the mark from Inclon. And again, a little elusiveness from G. Perez. 35 remaining, round number 4. Inclon turned up his volume markedly in round 3, trying to emulate that here in round number 4. Perez has been very consistent, very steady to this point to fight, and continually landing that entry right hand. He's doing it straight, sharp, and accurately throughout. Time to duck under. Perez could land the right hand. 1-2 from G. Perez.
Just nice straight shots.
The right hand just off the mark.
Inclon is difficult to hit. Every time he's getting punches on, his head's ducking down. He's winging punches. He's a hard guy to fight.
And left again. There's the straight right hand. Perez to the mid-range. On the flurry. G. Perez now turning up the temperature to the inside. Into the clinch.
My time.
Mouthpiece out. Mouthpiece right back in. Great referee from Nick Barron's. No histrionics. Inclon putting in his own mouthpiece. Right back to it.
Every time I feel like Perez does some very good shots, Inclon just heads all over the place, moving, being elusive. Very good defense.
See the smear of blood on Inclon's face. Slight cut on the bridge of his nose that opened in round number 3. Leaking blood here in round 4. Perez again forward to the mid-range. Inclon the left hand on the entry. Left hook from G. Perez. Final seconds, round number 4. There's that right hand again from Perez. We move to the 5th and final round.
Well, both these guys are proving a lot of toughness. Inclon has taken so many hard shots. If I'm Perez at this point, I want to start targeting that body. I want to throw that straight right into the solar plex. I don't think he's going to be able to knock him out with a headshot unless he throws that hook. But if he's continuing to throw that right, I like to go to the body. Let's see if that can change it up a little bit. Because, man, when you hit Inclon today, he does a great job of moving the head, making punch at odd angles, and he comes up with wild hooks, and that's tough to defend.
Tú no tienes que hacer nada de eso. Tú lo que tienes que hacer es tirar recta y sacarlo de ahí. Él es zurdo, la recta tuya, la red derecha.
Thought I heard something about the right hand, but that's all I got out of that.
Were you listening for DRAKO and Manos? Confirmation that the 5th and final round is upon us. Perez, Albert Inclon coming up to scratch.
Guys, relax. Guys, good.
Excess moisture in the corner. That's the slight delay. Round number 5 now underway. There's that straight right hand again for G. Perez. One on the flick jab. There's the left hand, double left hand.
You gotta like Inclon's trying to come out there and do something different. He's trying to win this fight.
Inclon trying to explode again to the inside. Good left hand from Inclon. Perez took that exceedingly well. Heavy into the clinch. Both fighters throwing big. Inclon tried to snatch the half tie plunge. Jab right back from G. Perez coming forward. Left hand from Perez. And down goes Albert Inclon.
Counter left, landed flush. It's that punch you don't see. Inclon did not see that one. He's done.
The count of 10 and win number 4 at BKFC for G. Perez.
G. Perez just waited for the right time, the right opportunity. Inclon is so difficult to hit. All it took was that one left hook, that left hand. Finally landed it, and that's all she wrote. Inclon coming with that left hook. Good left hook landed by G. Perez.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge of the action, Nick Barons, reaches the count of 10 at 54 seconds into round number 5. For your winner by KO, G, the Cutman Perez.
And G. Perez now 4-0 at this weight class. Only time he lost is when he went up to 165. You have to start considering this guy for a title shot here soon.
That loss to Bryce Hall, who was seated immediately to our left and standed and cheered when G. Perez got the knockout win. Albert Inclon was game. G. Perez was first class and on point throughout. The winner by way of 5th round knockout, G. Perez defeats Albert Inclon.
Welcome to the new BKFC app. Get monthly BKFC events for $7.99.
This is the best show in combat sports.
Enjoy our all-new library of content, including behind-the-scenes access, exclusive BKFC original series, and additional live bare-knuckle fights from around the globe. Knuckle up with the new BKFC app, only $7.99 per month. Saturday, July 12th, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship returns with another explosive night of action. In the main event, the unbeaten knockout artist Leonardo Perdomo goes toe-to-toe with the former champ Arnold Adams in a heavyweight clash. In the co-main event, an interim flyweight world champion will be crowned as fan favorite G. the Cutman Perez battles the undefeated legend Andrew Strode. Watch all the savage action live on the BKFC app. Download it at bkfc.com. That's bkfc.com.
On July 12th, at the Hard Rock Live in Hollywood, Florida, the combat sports world will witness a clash between a rising superstar who has left a path of destruction, going head-to-head with a 2-time heavyweight champion. Leonardo Perdomo, the unbeaten knockout artist. An unrelenting force who has yet to taste defeat. With a flawless record and a highlight reel built on pure violence, he has become one of the most feared combatants in the game. Across from him, a man who has been to the top of the mountain not once, but twice. Arnold Adams, a bare-knuckle veteran, ready to make his ascension back atop the heavyweight division by any means necessary.
A huge right hand on the overhand drop, but will ban it. Backside right hand, down goes Halliburton.
A clash between a rising knockout artist and a former heavyweight king will take center stage July 12th at BKFC 78.
And down goes Dylan Kleckler, trying to throw a punch as he fell.
Will Adams shock the world?
We're gonna find out when we get in that ring July 12th and see what's really going on, see what's really to it.
Or will Perdomo continue his domination?
Heavyweight fighters, are you ready?
This is BKFC Unwrapped. Perdomo versus Adams. A heavyweight powerhouse with an unblemished record, the Cuban-born Leonardo Perdomo has quickly climbed the ranks of the heavyweight elite. Currently 7-0 in the promotion, Perdomo believes that he's the best heavyweight on the planet.
Y ahora, Cere, voy a decirlo, Gaero, aquí no se está jugando, ¿ok? Para toda mi gente latina, toda la gente que me apoya, todo que está ahí pendiente, Gaero, todas las peleas van a terminar en menos de un minuto. Aquí no se está jugando. Miren esto aquí, Gaero, en el gimnasio, entrenando, sudando como un animal. Lo van a ver ahí, Gaero. Todas en menos de un minuto. Recuerden los tickets, comprármelos a mí. Nada de Ticketmaster ni nada de eso, ¿ok? Muchas bendiciones, Gaero. Aquí estamos activos 24/7. De aquí para allá, todo usted, como tiene que ser así. Yo no tengo estilo. Absolutamente, te digo, no tengo estilo. Yo simplemente subo al ring con ganas de matar. ¿Entiendes? ¿Cómo te lo explico? Con ganas de matar. Te lo explico mejor. Yo quiero matar a todos que suban al frente mío, al ring. Yo no ando jugando, para eso yo entreno. ¿Entiendes? No tengo que decir más nada que eso.
here is the undefeated Leonardo El Zombo
Perdomo hard to the body. Perdomo coming forward off the left hand. Right hand, more big shots from Leonardo Perdomo. Knockdown number 2. This fight is over. Leonardo Perdomo just keeps on rolling.
Sambo is here, right?
Big hooks from both men. Perdomo coming forward. Right hand, face first. Down goes Bobby Briggs. Both fighters continuing the land big hand. Down goes Levy Costa. I think that was a body shot.
Former multiple-time BKFC champion Arnold Adams has been away from the spotlight since late 2023. Refocused and recharged, Adams has his sights set on making a statement and taking out the number 3 ranked heavyweight on his path back to title contention.
The last couple years I've been chasing the fight, calling out fighters, staying in contact with Nate Shook, but you know, for whatever reason, things just never lined up in my favor. Like I've been through this before where I sat for a year and a half, or whatever the case may be, and I came back strong, but at the same time now, age is kind of a factor. You know, it's not 5-6 years ago or 3 years ago, I'm pushing 40 right now. You know, my style is, I'm a boxer, but I don't too much care for going for knockouts. Like knockouts look good, they're awesome, they're fantastic, the crowd loves them, but me personally, I'd rather beat you up. You know, so for the next 2-3 weeks, you can look in the mirror and be like, damn, this motherfucker really put hands on me. Damn, I really was in there getting my ass pieced up.
AJ Boogeyman
Kleckler with the right hand, the left hand, counter right hand by the champion, another right hand by Adams. Both fighters throwing it, down goes Dylan Kleckler. One knockdown apiece. Adams is doing what we don't see a lot with the bigger fighters in bare knuckle. Hands to the body, we see that a lot. A huge right hand on the overhand, drop from O'Bannon.
I'm the first one. Remember that. I'm the first one.
No está pidiendo nada. Él no está pidiendo nada. Porque de una que él sabe lo que le va a pasar. Y de otra que imagínate tú. No sé qué decir. Yo sé que no está pidiendo nada, porque él sabe lo que le espera. Para que la pelea termine en menos de 35 segundos. No, si él se cuida y es un poco inteligente, porque la demora es que el pie mío llegue a 20 centímetros de él. Ya, ahí se acabó la pelea. Pocos segundos.
Yeah, 7 fights, 7 first-round knockouts. I think 6 of those have been within the first 30 seconds. So I'm not going to discredit him for his power. It's there. It's evident, and you know that's his go-to. That's what he likes. That's what he's known for. So we've been putting in work, preparing for that, without a doubt. I don't really have a message for him. You know, he's coming in. He knows what he's bringing to the table. He knows who he is. He doesn't know who I am. You know, if you look at his interviews, every time my name is brought up, he's brushed me off and says I'm a nobody. So we're gonna find out when we get in that ring July 12th and see what's really going on, see what's really to it. I've never been good with predictions. I've always just wherever the fight goes, wherever the fight is taking me is where I'm going. But you know me, I like to pick things apart and soften up the meat as I can, or if you will, soften them up. So I'm not calling for a knockout. I never have, I never will. I just like to go out and box and do my thing. Piece him up, touch him up, make him remember the day he said he doesn't know who the Boogeyman is.
Bueno, el mensaje que voy a decir es que casualmente y cosa de Dios, no sé si el universo voy a pelearle el 12 de julio. Y el 11 de julio se marcó una fecha totalmente diferente, el comienzo de una nueva historia en Cuba, Carrera. En la libertad de Cuba hace falta luchar por ella, ¿ok? Y entonces yo el 12 de julio, un día después que se marcó eso, voy a hacer mucho más historia y voy a gritar, caballero, todo el mundo súmese a lo que está pasando ahora mismo, ¿ok? Muchas bendiciones, caballero, y estamos aquí en la activo, ¿ok? Que viva Cuba Libre. After the fight, everybody know who it is. Leonardo Perdomo alias El Sambo, the BKFC heavyweight champion.
On July 12th, in Hollywood, Florida, two destinies will collide. The immovable meets the unstoppable. Youth's fury meets a past champion's resilience.
Are you ready? Are you ready, big boy? Don't be scared. Don't be scared. I'm coming for you.
And when the two combatants toe the line, the truth will be revealed.
Just understand, I'm not none of them other blow-up dolls you fought. I'm not a blow-up doll at all. You got those guys, you touched them a couple times, and they didn't want no more. That's not me. It's gonna take a lot more than what you think it is to put me down.
Fight fans of Hollywood!
Who still belongs among the kings?
Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship is presented by Bucked Up Energy Drink. Summer in South Florida, the temps are rising by the day, the beach are full, the boats on the water, and guess who's back in town? The baddest show on the planet, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. Once again, breaking records here at the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. Time to knuckle up and throw down. Let's get things rolling with our preview. 3 big fights, including familiar faces like Rambo Russo, Jake Bostwick, the Mohawk, Esteban Rodriguez. Some huge free fights for you tonight. Our co-main event for the biggest prize in the flyweight division, G. Perez, the Fighting Cup man, has put in the work. Knocked out the contenders on his way to this interim title opportunity. Andrew Strode has blazed his own path. 3-0, 2 nasty finishes of his own. Whoever wins becomes world champion tonight here at Hard Rock Live. And in the main event, another big test for El Zombo. Leonardo Perdomo, the hottest fighter on the roster. He's a wrecking machine, but Arnold Adams has been to the top of the mountain on 2 different occasions and presents new challenges for El Zombo. Will Perdomo come out on top tonight in our main event? And look who's here. That's right, we had our champion summon. Who's in the house for the first fight? John Dodson, the magician. That's right. We are here in the Hard Rock Live once again, where we have made so many incredible memories, and here we are making more memories again. Cyrus B's here with you, guiding you the whole way for BKFC 78, and of course, this entire show is going to be shown on the BKFC app. Do you have that app? You need to get it right now. Get it on your app store. It's $7.99 for the All Access Pass, which is going to get you the entire show tonight, that heavyweight main event, flyweight title fight, plus all these great fights. $7.99 gets you that, and it's going to get you the archives. We're talking about all the BKFC events, including Knucklemania. So many big moments, all at your fingertips on the BKFC app, and stream it to any device. Exclusive content, beautiful stuff. Of course, we had our Champion Summit on Thursday. Incredible press conference. Every champion in the promotion was in the building, including, of course, the champion of all BKFC, David Feldman, making some announcements. Mike Perry and Mundell, no surprise. We see Yoel Romero there, a new face. Conor McGregor unveiling this, the world's baddest man, $25 million tournament. It starts March of 2026. You see all the prizes, including the winner, who will get $15 million. That's right, it all starts next year. So many incredible announcements were made. Now we're gonna have a fun night tonight, and we got fighters ready to walk. And folks, it is going to be special. And you know, let's pass it down to our commentary team. Sean Williak and Chris Lytle. We had the summit, guys. A lot of news was made. A lot of announcements were made. It was a big one, and there's some things changing here in the BKFC, Sean.
Absolutely, Cyrus. Chris, I think to our inaugural year of BKFC 2018, 3 total events. Now in 2025, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship truly ranks as one of the elite promotions in the world of combat sports.
Of course, Sean, we're putting on so many fights. We're going to put on 35, 40 fights this year. You never know. But the main thing that's different about us and a lot of organizations, we sell a lot of tickets. Look at this place. It's going to be sold out tonight. The thing that I really like about what that summit showed, we're giving stock. We're giving equity to the fighters. Nobody does that, Sean. As a fighter, I know how important that is. They want to make sure that these fighters feel part of this company, help the growth. This is unbelievable that we're doing this. I can't wait to see what we do in the future.
A capacity crowd here at Hard Rock Live in Hollywood, Florida. An incredible main event, Chris. This is really intriguing in the heavyweight division. Undefeated Leonardo Perdomo versus the former BKFC 2-time heavyweight world champion, Arnold A.J. Adams.
Nobody's been able to stop Perdomo. Nobody's been able to get out of one round with Perdomo. However, you have Adams, and this guy's so incredibly difficult to deal with, especially early, so slick, so hard to deal with. Is he going to be able to stop Perdomo from getting that first round knockout? Can Perdomo actually land a punch and put some damage onto Adams? We're going to find out.
Tonight's fight odds are presented by BetBKFC.com.
Look at these fights, so much to be done here. The thing that I really like at this point, Steve Townsel minus 203. He's big, he's strong, he's powerful. He's really hitting on all cylinders right now.
Blackout Coffee presents the unified rules of bare knuckle fighting, administered this evening by the Florida Commission. There is no 3 knockdown rule, All kicks, knees, and elbows are illegal, as are all takedowns and submissions. We open tonight with a fight in the flyweight division. Rambo Russo versus Justin Martinez. Our tale of the tape is presented by Bucked Up Energy Drink.
And you can see here Rambo Russo enjoying a 3-inch height advantage as well as a 2-inch reach advantage. That's not that much. However, you know Russo wants to stay long the entire time against the power of Martinez.
Two straight wins in BKFC for Justin Martinez. His most recent victory, February of this year, he defeated Zay Garcia by way of first-round TKO. And truly, Chris, Justin Martinez enters in the best form of his professional combative sports career. He certainly enters with confidence as he exuded in our fighter meeting. Martinez said, I don't just want to be reckless rushing forward. I have to be technical with my striking, but still be aggressive on the inside.
Well, it feels like that's his huge advantage. Getting inside, he's a physical fighter when he gets in. He's got to put that chin down, keep his hands up. He's got to work his way in there and then really work the body by changing levels to get inside.
Martinez also told us, I'm going to be extremely physical in the clinch. I feel that the body of my opponent, Rambo Russo, will be open. I do have to be aware of him from the outside. It's imperative that I take away time, I take away space.
And getting in, utilizing that dirty boxing style that he does so well. He wants to wear his opponent down, tire him out, and then the fight will be easy.
2 wins in BKFC for Rambo Russo. His most recent victory occurred August of 2023 when he defeated James Hyder by first-round knockout.
And what this guy does well, he has very fast, very accurate, very powerful hands. Look the way he just continues to throw with reckless abandonment, but just saw a little bit of great head movement. Just got out of the way. That was beautiful. Pulled and threw it right in. He saw a punch coming. He got out of the way. And every time someone throws a punch at you, they're open. And that's what Rambo was able to do in that situation. Pull back and fired, countered. Beautiful punch.
Rambo Russo, a very accomplished amateur boxer before coming to BKFC as a professional combative sports athlete. Russo 21-1 as an amateur in boxing. Russo talked to us about his boxing in our fighter meeting. He said, I want to stay on the outside, long jabs, long uppercuts, constant lateral movements.
And he wants to pick his shots better. He's not just winging punches, not throwing anything. Wait for the right time, be patient, and then land with power.
Russo also said, I will only move backwards to avoid the big swings of Justin Martinez. I know Martinez is physically strong. I absolutely cannot let him control on the inside.
Well, he wants to show how good of a boxer is, show that slickness. There's levels of this game. He says he's at a different level. This fight about him, he has to make a statement. He wants to let everybody know that he's one of the top dogs in his division.
Russo said to us, I definitely want to have an entertaining fight, but I do not want to be obsessed with pleasing my home state Florida crowd. For me, my main focus is on winning and winning technically, winning efficiently.
And the way he does that, he has to dictate the pace the entire fight. He wants to land a lot of jabs and a lot of uppercuts.
Russo said, I have to be smart from range. I have to control the pace, be that speeding it up, be it slowing it down. You see the gamesmanship already with Rambo Russo. The eye contact with Justin Martinez as he enters the BKFC ring. To get our evening started from here in South Florida, we send it to the always outstanding Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to you, and welcome one and all to Hard Rock Live here at the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in beautiful Hollywood, Florida. And welcome to BKFC 78. BKFC for review begins tonight with 5 2-minute rounds in the flyweight division. Presented to you by Bucked Up Energy Drink. Get bucked up. Introducing to you first. Fighting out of the red corner, tonight he wears white. He stands 5 feet 3 inches tall. His official weight, an even 124 pounds. His overall bare-knuckle fighting record stands at 8 fights. Fighting out of Wichita, Kansas, here is Justin Martinez. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight, he wears black with multicolored trim. He stands 5 feet 6 inches tall. His official weight, 125.4 pounds. His BKFC record stands at 2 victories opposite a single defeat. Fighting out of Broward County, Florida, here is RAMBO Russo. And our referee in charge of the action, Chris Young.
This is key in BKFC's 125-pound division. Fight number 4 in bare knuckle fighting championship for RAMBO Russo. Fight number 8 in bare knuckle fighting championship for Justin Martinez. Martinez told us, I have to be aware when RAMBO Russo is on the outside, that's where he will do his best work. I will do my best work on the inside. Round number 1. Very low crouch stance for Justin Martinez. He's in the white trunks.
Sean, he does that so he can explode in just like you see.
Straight up stance now, hitting the overhook. Black and blue trunks, RAMBO Russo. Russo listed at 5'6" to Martinez's 5'4". No stance again.
It really over shows that with that stance. Look how low he gets.
To the inside, there's a big left hand from Russo. Undaunted, Martinez forward to the body.
And I think Martinez is a little hurt at this point.
Swing and a miss with the left hook to the body from Martinez. There's the counter from Russo, left hand. More big swings to the inside from Martinez. Short left hand, separation from Chris Young.
It really exaggerates the difference as look how low Martinez can get.
Overhand right, left hook from Martinez.
Martinez has to be careful. He's winging those punches a little too wide. He's giving himself a chance to get countered.
Martinez taking himself off balance. Russo keeping his composure. Martinez in aggressively again. To the inside, short right hand. There's a right hand in reply from Russo.
And Russo really needs to do a better job of keeping that space. When this is an inside fight, this is not where he wants to be.
Good refereeing from Chris Young. You see the active clinch. Now the inactivity and the separation from Young on the restart. Back to the center circle. 30 seconds remaining, round number 1.
Russo really has to work on some uppercuts. Every time Martinez comes in, his head is open.
Russo understanding that he just punched Justin Martinez in the back of the head. No real complaint from Martinez. Great sportsmanship from Russo. Slight delay, we fight on, and there is the knockdown.
That's exactly what I was talking about. Martinez coming in with reckless abandonment, throwing wide shots. He got hit with a straight punch.
The count of 8. Mouthpiece in, mouthpiece out, the count of 10, and the win for RAMBO Russo.
And Russo did a great job of waiting for the right time. He saw his opponent coming in with wild shots, and that's what I said just before that happened. Martinez has got to be careful coming in with these wild shots. He's opening himself up every time.
What I told you? What I told you? What I told you?
Shades of Mike Tyson versus Frank Bruno, 1990 in Tokyo. Looking for the mouthpiece, trying to put it back in. Justin Martinez not fully aware of the situation. Thinking about the mouthpiece, taking the full 10 count. That was quality composure from RAMBO Russo, Chris.
I hate to correct you, that wasn't Franco, that was against Buster Douglas.
Oh, I beg your pardon, James Buster Douglas.
I get the point though, Sean. That's exactly what happened there. You can see Martinez was looking for his mouthpiece. That just shows me you're a little rocked, you're not quite in it. When you're coming forward as hard as you can and you get hit and your mouthpiece gets dropped, I mean, you're hurt.
Frank Bruno went 0-2 against Mike Tyson. James Buster Douglas 1-0 against Mike Tyson, and RAMBO Russo now 1-0 against Justin Martinez and 3-1 in BKFC.
Russo looked very calm, very poised, very relaxed, because Martinez is a difficult guy to fight. The way he comes in throwing hard punches the entire time. It sounds easy. All I have to do is counter this guy. Yeah, but if you miss that counter and he lands one of those wild shots, you're probably going down. So difficult to style to fight, difficult to deal with. However, RAMBO did a very good job. He caught that one punch, he landed it, and he put his opponent down.
Justin Martinez talked to us about coming to the inside. He said, I don't want to be reckless. I want to work to the inside, but be aggressive. You can see the wide punches of Martinez. Russo doing an outstanding job, I think, next level in showing his composure. Justin Martinez is very strong, very powerful for a flyweight. Russo kept his balance, found his punches, and now the quality celebration. Great sportsmanship and victory for RAMBO Russo. Here's Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge, Chris Young, reaches the count of 10, calling a stop to this fight at 1 minute 56 seconds, round number 1. For your winner by KO, RAMBO Russo.
Great job of Russo by staying poised when you have a guy like Martinez coming throwing nothing but fastballs. It's hard to deal with. He did a good job of staying relaxed until he landed that one big punch.
Justin Martinez is always game. He always brings a heavy pace to the inside, and that is how he fought this fight for the full 1 minute 56 seconds. Rambo Russo kept his composure, kept his range. You see the big swings forward of Martinez. That short right hand proves to be the final punch landed of this flyweight bout. The winner, by way of first round knockout, Rambo Russo defeats Justin Martinez.
Friday, July 25th, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship comes back home to Philly with a wild night of bare knuckle brawls, passionate fans, and non-stop action. In the main event, combat sports vet Dustin the Disciple Peg fights the undefeated Ryan Peterson. The co-main event, straight savage female fisticuffs. Rosa Venom Rodriguez takes on Gabrielle Roman. Plus, don't miss the return of South Philly's favorite son, Johnny Cannoli. Watch it live on the BKFC app. Download it at bkfc.com. That's bkfc.com. All the way live from Satellite 5 Pure Chaos today. It's another crazy jam-packed show. You never know what you're gonna get here.
Going viral across the internet, I wanted to try it at least once.
So when they slap that, it makes it extra red kind of thing?
With all the different things we got going on, we're going all over the world.
And I'll beat the out of him. I think it'd be 500. Fade the flag! We're here to break news, and I'll break necks if I have to. Remember to check out my show, The Bare Knuckle Show.
And we are live here from the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. BKFC 78 is brought to you by Bucked Up, OnlyFans, Rasha, and the world's creamiest stout, Forged Irish Stout.
For some more, I know you are. I know you. I can see that.
Time for your OnlyFans exclusive look. Here comes former two-time heavyweight champ Arnold. Boumaier Boogeyman Adams. What a beast, making his return to action. But it is going to be a tough night at the office because he's going to be standing across the ring from one of the hottest fighters in the promotion today. He's seen them all. But has he seen anything like El Sambo, Leonardo Perdomo, the Cuban Mike Tyson? This man dancing his way in. He's got the head, he's got the chain. It's a big one. Leonardo Perdomo tonight, heavyweight main event against Arnold Adams. That all happened in our main event.
To the middleweight division we go. Our tale of the tape is presented by Blackout Coffee for Jake Bostwick versus Leonel Carrera.
And Carrera with a 6 inch height advantage, however, only a 2-inch reach advantage. That's not that much for this weight class.
3 fights in BKFC for Leonel Carrera, including April of last year when he defeated Mike Heckert by second-round TKO.
And just coming in with power shots the entire time. He does a very good job of keeping his range, fighting when he wants to. Not going to fight your fight, he's going to fight his. He has a very difficult fighter coming the entire time. He countered well, he made him pay early, busted him up. But just powerful shots. This guy trains with some great fighters. Feels like he hasn't shown his best skill set yet, but he plans on doing so tonight. He's very excited for the opportunity.
This is fight number 4 in BKFC for Leonel Carrera. He has also had 12 amateur boxing matches. In our fighter meeting, Leonel Carrera told us, I want to utilize stick and move throughout. I'm going to keep landing power punches from the outside, and I will really showcase my speed.
Well, he feels like he's much smarter than his opponent. Has a very good high fight IQ. He's faster, he's longer, he understands how to use his range. He's gonna show that tonight.
Carrera also told us, I'm extremely confident with my cardio. That's going to allow me to use continual movement on the outside. I also feel that I will be extremely accurate with my long power punches.
He feels like this is more of a sword fight than anything. Wants to go out there, land, hit his opponent, don't get hit. Very interested to see exactly what he's able to do because he has complete belief in himself. He always talks about how well he does against all the people in his camp, and he deals with very high-level fighters.
Three wins in BKFC for Jake Bostwick. His most recent victory occurred June 2023 when he defeated Eric Lozano by unanimous decision.
And just look at that movement for Bostwick. Does a phenomenal job of exploding in, getting in his range, landing hard punches, and getting right back out. That's when he's at his best. He gets in, he throws these power shots, but hard to do when he's a small guy, but he does a great job of closing that gap. Look how he pushes off the back foot and really closes, gets into range, lands power. If he can do that, he's been very successful.
The Englishman now based here in Florida, Jake Bostwick. This is his 7th bout in BKFC. Bostwick has also had 29 pro MMA bouts too in professional boxing. Bostwick told us, I want to showcase my defense, showcase my head movement, and showcase my intelligence throughout.
When he wants to get inside, he wants to put his head right in his opponent's chest and go to work. He feels like if he can get in, put a pressure, get in the clinch, that makes it his fight.
Of his opponents in this middleweight bout, LEONEL Carrera, Jake Bostwick said, I know he has punching power, he's very good defensively, but I feel that Carrera will struggle when I'm pressuring him. I will pressure him smartly, I will keep seizing openings, and on the inside, that's when I will really open up.
He's gonna make this a dirty street fight is what he wants to do, but he said something I really like, I'm gonna take the payday. That means take what he's giving you and get right back out. Don't stand there, don't get greedy.
This is definitely intriguing in the middleweight division. To get us started, we go to Jeff Houston.
Fight fans of Hollywood, we are set for the next fight of the night, scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds in the middleweight division, presented to you by Blackout Coffee Company. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner, tonight he wears white trimmed in beige and brown. He stands 6 feet 2 inches tall. His official weight, 175.4 pounds. His BKFC record stands at 2 victories opposite a single defeat. Fighting out of Miami, Florida, here is Leo Lionheart Carrera. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight he wears silver and black. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall. His official weight, an identical 175.4 pounds. His BKFC record stands at 3 victories opposite 2 defeats with 1 fight even. Fighting out of Miami, Florida, by way of Kidbrooke, Southeast London, England. Here is Brutal Jake Bostwick. And our referee in charge of the action, Andrew Glenn.
LEONEL Carrera told us, I know Jake Bostwick wants to make this a rugged fight. I have to be smart. I have to be composed when he tries to do so. Round number 1. Silver and black trunks for the Englishman, Jake Bostwick. Brown and white trunks for the Floridian, LEONEL Carrera. A tight striking guard, in and out for Jake Bostwick. There's a short right hand from Carrera. Counter Bostwick just off the mark.
Bostwick doesn't want to be standing outside and letting his opponent dictate when the fight happens. He does a good job of getting inside, pushing off that back foot, and exploding with hard shots.
All stands for Carrera. There's the left hand that sends LEONEL Carrera to the canvas.
Exactly what I just talked about. Pushed off, landed that lead left hook. Beautiful job. Carrera hopped up quick, though.
Mandatory in count given by Andrew Glenn to LEONEL Carrera. We'll see how hard now Jake Bostwick goes.
Well, it didn't look like he hurt his opponent bad.
Knockdown number 2.
There's the power. Jumping in with those powerful shots.
That's his dagger. And there is the win. Just like that for Jake Bostwick.
Wow.
Do you
Bostwick
fucking see me
just
now?
throwing nothing but power, landing him. It didn't take much. All he had to do was land those powerful shots. I knew that's what he did best. He gets in, he pushes off that back foot. I didn't think it'd be that quick. And here's that first punch, that for lead left hand right on the chin. Carrera thought he could counter with his own left hand. Not when you get hit on the chin, though. Carrera still hurt. Exact same punch. And you could just see Carrera try to get up. His legs were all over the place. He stumbled. Sometimes it's best, Sean, just to sit there for your full 8 count and then hop up, get your legs underneath you. A lot of fighters want to get up and prove they're not hurt, even when they are.
Win number 4, the Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship with emphasis for Jake Bostwick against the very talented Leonel Carrera. It's a look of bemusement on the face of Carrera.
Bostwick, he just continues to get better. You could just see how relaxed he was. He waited for the right time. He saw his openings and he took them.
You saw Carrera up immediately on the second knockdown, but then the stagger, and that's why referee Andrew Glenn broke off his mandatory 8 count, waved off this fight, and that is the victory for the Englishman, Jake Bostwick.
Well, it always hurts when you jump up real quick and you fall into the rope, Sean. So the referee, they have no choice. Like, this guy's legs are underneath him. I can't let this fight continue.
Here's Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge of the action, Andrew Glenn, steps in, calling a stop to this fight at 53 seconds, round number 1. For your winner by TKO, brutal Jake Bostwick.
All right. Jake Bostwick, good to have you back, bro. It has been a couple of years since we've seen you in the BKFC squared circle, and you came up like you were making up for missed time. Big left hand to get everything started. Was that the approach the whole time? Bring the heat, come after him right out of the gate.
I wanted to press him, get in his face, you know. He's a defensive fighter, normally backing up and works off of his back foot, but honestly, he was coming to me a little bit, so kind of threw me off. But honestly, for the last month, I've been talking to my girl about it. I was like, I don't know why I got a vision. I want to hit him with a left hook. I want to hit him with that left hook. And bruv, dropped in 2 times with that, bruv. It's like absolute money, mate. It manifested that.
Most definitely, and you're in this middleweight division, man. There's a lot of big players in this division. How's it feel to jump back into the Shark Tank with these guys? Are we going to be seeing a lot more Jake Bostwick?
You're going to see a lot more of me, and so will Mundell at some point, mate. I tell you that for nothing. There's not a lot of people in the 175 division that I feel should be fighting for the belt. I've been gone for 2 years. I come back and just not going to do that. Like, I tell you what, I'm coming for that 175 strap, whether it's this year, next year or not, but Mundell, I'm definitely got my eyes on that at some point.
That's how you get it done. Welcome back, Jake Bostwick. One more time for brutal Jake Bostwick.
And Sean, I don't know if he manifested it, dreamt it, or whatever, but it sure worked in Atlanta. Great left hook, great job, great game plan, and better execution.
Jake Bostwick showing huge power at 175 pounds. He told us he wanted to seize openings. Indeed, he did. 2 knockdowns to the finish. The winner by way of round 1 TKO, Jake Bostwick defeats Leonel Carrera.
Saturday, August 2nd, it's bikes, babes, and brawls when the world's most exciting combat sport, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship, returns to the legendary Sturgis Motorcycle Rally. In the co-main event, Taylor Killer B. Starling is back in Sturgis by popular demand to fight the fierce Shelby Boom Boom Cannon. Then, in the main event, Gogo Slaveski puts his perfect record on the line against the wild, unfiltered Julian Let Me Bang Lane for the vacant welterweight championship of the world. Watch it live only on DAZN. Sign up now at DAZN.com. All the way live from Satellite 5 Pure Chaos today. It's another crazy jam-packed show. You never know what you're going to get here.
Going viral across the internet, I wanted to try it at least once.
So when they slap that, it makes it extra red kind of thing?
With all the different things we got going on, we're going all over the world.
And I'll beat the out of him. I think it'll be 500.
Fade the flag.
We're here to break news, and I'll break necks if I have to.
In the cruiserweight division, Julio Perez versus Esteban Rodriguez. The numbers presented by Amnesia Vodka.
And you can see here, Sean, these guys very big for this weight class, 6'4" to 6'3". 1 inch reach advantage for Perez. That's not that much. These 2 guys massive for this weight class.
3 wins in BKFC for Esteban Rodriguez. His most recent victory occurred December of 2023 when he defeated Keegan Vandermeer by second-round KO.
And you can see why he's been successful. Just the overwhelming pressure, this guy. He makes you fight his style. It sounds easy. Oh, this guy's all over the place. He's going to be easy to hit. Well, first of all, he's got a great chin. And second of all, he wears you down. Just continue to throw punches the entire time. Punches in bunches. Wears you down. Doesn't matter what you do. He's going to be in your face the entire time. It is so hard to deal with a guy who can apply pressure the way he does. When he's able to do so, it's been fantastic.
Esteban Rodriguez now set for fight number 5 in BKFC. He's also had 5 pro MMA bouts. Rodriguez, one of the most dynamic people in all of bare knuckle fighting championship, in and out of the ring. Told us in our fighter meeting he feels he has really improved his footwork from his previous 4 BKFC bouts. Rodriguez said, I now have a much more balanced stance. I want to use that to keep throwing punches, hard punches, from multiple angles.
Well, Sean, this guy had some medical problems. So impressed he's been able to come back, re-change his diet, change his life. He has really rehabbed himself, and he's in phenomenal shape at this point. Wants to come out, throw a lot of straight punches immediately. Wants to get inside, get in that pocket, utilize that clinch, framing, striking, do everything he can from the inside.
Rodriguez said, I know I have power, but now I'm really opening up my hips, better technique to add even more punching power.
For his entries, uses the head movement, angles, pressure. I like what he said. He wants to do some controlled chaos when he gets out and fights.
Julio Perez is 3-0 in BKFC. His most recent victory occurred March of this year when he defeated Lewis Glover by second-round TKO.
And his opponent likes to get inside, make an inside fight, not this fighter. Keeping you right at the end of his punches, has complete belief. If he lands punches, he's putting you down. And it's like right at the end of punches, that's where he wants to be. You try and clinch him, no, I'm keeping you away, I'm throwing hard punches. When I land these punches, I don't care who you are going down. He believes that. He's gonna come out tonight to prove it. He says he wants to put this guy down early.
You just saw the flag of Uruguay and our sold-out crowd here in Hollywood, Florida. And here comes the fighter from Cuba, now based in South Florida, Julio Perez. Perez 3-0 in BKFC. He was 28-1 in his native Cuba in amateur boxing. Perez told us, I'm going to immediately open up to record a quick finish, but I will do so with power from the distance.
Definitely wants to stay long. He feels like he's not going to get into that range that his opponent can do much. He has to utilize power the entire time. He says he's throwing power with everything, including the jab.
Perez also told us, I know that my opponent in this cruiserweight fight, Esteban Rodriguez, is going to rush forward. I have to land when he does. I have huge confidence in my punching power. I believe that will slow down his relentless forward attacks.
Well, he feels like his opponent doesn't have much power. That gives him a lot of confidence. He can deal with anything. He had my favorite quote of the week. He said, Chris, I'm going to knock that mohawk off his head.
We go to Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are set for the next fight of the night, scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds in the Cruiserweight division, presented to you by Amnesia Vodka. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner, tonight he wears white and black. He stands 6 feet 3 inches tall. His official weight, an even 203 pounds. His BKFC record stands at 3 victories opposite a single defeat. Fighting out of Grand Rapids, Michigan, by way of Hesperia, Michigan, here is Esteban Mohawk Rodriguez. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight he wears black. He stands 6 feet 4 inches tall. His official weight, 204.2 pounds. He holds an undefeated BKFC record at 3-0. Fighting out of Miami, Florida, by way of Cienfuegos, Cuba. Here is Julio El Caballo Cubano Perez. and our referee in charge of the action, Sam Burgos.
Esteban Rodriguez told us, I believe that Julio Perez has never been tested in his 3 previous BKFC fights, all wins. I will test him. I will test him on the inside. Round number 1, rapid fire start off of scratch.
That's it! No way!
Game, set, match, Esteban Rodriguez.
And Rodriguez, he showed power he has not shown before at all. That was amazing. Combination, he landed a couple shots as his opponent was going down. You just knew he wasn't getting up. That was amazing. So quick.
It was Julio Perez who told us I will open up immediately to record the quick finish, but the quick finish belongs to Esteban Rodriguez, who Chris literally sprinted forward off of scratch.
And Rodriguez, I've loved this guy's energy from the first time he's fought for us. I've loved everything he's been doing. He's been off, he's been waiting, he's been calling me times, constantly wanting to get back in, and he came out and he put on a show. This is exactly what you see from him. Look at that, he hit him, he hurt him, he hit him again. That was unbelievable performance. Right hand, put him down. As he's going down, left hand, followed by another right. Nasty combination. Good accuracy, good speed.
It's that right hand right there,
That
Chris.
did the damage. That put him down, but then he's going down, another left hand, another right, and all that before his knee hit. What a performance for Rodriguez.
Again, to put that win in perspective, Julio Rodriguez entered at 3-0 in BKFC. And Esteban Rodriguez now 4-1 in BKFC. And he has really made a big mark on the cruiserweight division with that victory.
I mean, he was ranked at one point, like we talked about earlier, had some medical problems. He got rid of all that. He fixed his body, he says. And looking at him fight, you have to believe it. But man, he's been working on his technique for the past year. He's gotten so much better, he claimed. But Sean, you know, the proof is in the pudding. That's proof right there. And as far as his opponent, hey, you know what they say, there's always barber college.
Clear disappointment for the previously undefeated Julio Perez and absolute elation for Esteban Rodriguez. That is the win of his life.
And did it with an exclamation point. That was a superb next level performance.
We go to Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge, Sam Burgos, steps in and calls a stop to this fight for the second fastest knockout in combat sports history at 3 seconds. Round number 1 for your winner by KO, Esteban Mohawk Rodriguez.
Esteban, the Mohawk is in full effect. What does it feel like to make history tonight here at Hard Rock? The second fastest in combat sport history. You came out like a man on fire.
Woo! Dreams do come true, baby. Dreams do come true. I told you guys before, I am the beacon of hope. I come from nothing and look at us now. On a stage with beautiful people, millions. Florida, I love you. The world, I'm coming. Let's go.
Let's talk about this. You made a statement here tonight. You're coming off of a win. You just got a 3-second knockout. The cruiserweight division has got to be looking at Esteban Rodriguez. We're talking, you got to have another big fight coming up here and then maybe a championship. I don't know. That was impressive.
Listen. Chris Camozzi, you know what time it is. I told you before, player pimp, I'm coming, and ain't nothing you can do to stop it.
That's how you send a message. One time for the Mohawk, Esteban Rodriguez.
Sean, he kept telling me during our interview, you're not going to believe what you see. I didn't think it was going to be that. That was a next level performance, and I cannot wait to see this guy fight again.
Esteban Rodriguez now level 2nd overall with Yuli Diaz in the fastest knockouts in BKFC history. Justin Watson still top of the table at 2 seconds, but that was 3 seconds of pure punching power to the win. victorious by way of round 1 KO. Esteban Rodriguez defeats Julio Perez.
Friday, July 25th, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship comes back home to Philly with a wild night of bare knuckle brawls, passionate fans, and non-stop action. In the main event, combat sports vet Dustin the Disciple Peg fights the undefeated Ryan Peterson. The co-main event, straight savage female fisticuffs. Rosa Venom Rodriguez takes on Gabrielle Roman. Plus, don't miss the return of South Philly's favorite son, Johnny Cannoli. Watch it live on the BKFC app. Download it at bkfc.com. That's bkfc.com. All the way live from Satellite 5 Pure Chaos today. It's another crazy jam-packed show. You never know what you're gonna get here.
Going viral across the internet, I wanted to try it at least once.
So when they slap that, it makes it extra red kind of thing?
With all the different things we got going on, we're going all over the world.
And I'll beat the out of him. I'll give you 500. Fade to black. We're here to break news, and I'll break necks if I have to.
Oh, baby, it has been bonkers. Rainbow Russo got us started here in the preview. Big finish to that combination, then brutal. Jake Bostwick returns to the company after a 2-year hiatus and lands some massive left hands. And then we just saw it. Yes, 3 seconds. Esteban Rodriguez with the second fastest knockout. Wow. What a special night already here at Hard Rock Live. Folks, it has been incredible, and it's only going to get better from here. Of course, if you want to be a part of that, you have right over here. You see that? That is your barcode. Scan it now, get the app, and get locked in for $7.99. You are in for the entire show. You see what we're leading with. 3 fights. 3 knockouts. That's what we're doing tonight at the Hard Rock. That's the action you get when you turn on a BKFC broadcast. The champions are in the house. And there is Dave Mundell. We heard Brutal Bostwick calling him out. There's a lot of people that want a piece of Bostwick. That's right, folks. All the champs are here. And of course, the main card is going to get started here at the top of the hour.
Friday, July 25th, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship comes back home to Philly with a wild night of bare knuckle brawls, passionate fans, and non-stop action. In the main event, combat sports vet Dustin the Disciple Peg fights the undefeated Ryan Peterson. The co-main event, straight savage female fisticuffs. Rosa Venom Rodriguez takes on Gabrielle Roman. Plus, don't miss the return of South Philly's favorite son, Johnny Cannoli. Watch it live on the BKFC app. Download it at bkfc.com. That's bkfc.com. All the way live from Satellite 5 Pure Chaos today. It's another crazy jam-packed show. You never know what you're going to get here.
Going viral across the internet, I wanted to try it at least once.
So when they slap that, it makes it extra red kind of thing?
With all the different things we got going on, we're going all over the world.
And I'll beat the out of him. I'll give you 500. Fade to black. We're here to break news, and I'll break necks if I have to.
There ain't no party like a BKFC party. We are back live here at the Hard Rock Live Seminole Hard Rock Hotel Casino here in Hollywood, Florida. This is where we get down. Only fans, exclusive look. Here he is, one half of the co-main event. G, the cut man, Perez in the house, fighting for the interim flyweight title tonight. Not going to be an easy night for the cut man, because he's got this man, Andrew Strode. It's the Strode Show. He is bringing the heat all the way from Colorado. One of those men are going to come out as your interim flyweight champion. Both have incredible knockout power. We got the champs in the house. Rico Franco in the house. Ben Bonner in the house. And Gary Fox in the house. It's the UK contingency. And they are in the house, a UK invasion. It's like Beatlemania, it's BKFC Mania here at Hard Rock Live. And you saw the OnlyFans exclusive look, G. Perez, Andrew Strode making their way into the arena. What a fight that is going to be. And when you talk about G. Perez, the cut man, what a dynamic individual he is. He's a cut man, but he's a fighter first. Let's take a look. He come out of the gate, first fight against Rob Fuller. Nice combination, down goes Fuller. We see the power right out of the gate for the flyweight G. Perez. Josh Ritchie goes directly after Ritchie. Beautiful combos in that swarming style. Carroll fight. He didn't waste any time on this one. Big left hand for Carroll. Albert Incline right here at the Hard Rock, the big left hand, down goes Incline. And then finally, Kerry Caprio. This big finish right here. Look at the hands on Perez. Not only is he closing up wounds, he is creating wounds. How are you gonna be a cut man and then just make the cuts even bigger? Total hypocrite, right? I mean, he's a champion, potentially. We'll find out tonight. Let's go to Sean and Chris. I love this co-main event, gentlemen. Perez taking on Strode. The power, the speed, beautiful combination.
So many of our great fighters in BKFC, like yourself, Chris, and you debuted at BKFC too, come out of MMA. These are two fighters who have come to BKFC out of boxing. G. Perez, an amateur boxer, 1-0 in his pro career. Andrew Strode finished third in U.S. Olympic trials for the 2016 Games. He's a highly decorated amateur boxer through USA Boxing. He's an accomplished 5-win pro boxer, but both of these two very talented 125ers have truly found their combat sport in bare knuckle.
100%, Sean. And the thing that I love about this, both these guys, just the dedication. I mean, I've been working with G for a long time. I see him 8 weeks out from a fight. I'm in the weight room every day when I'm here because I got problems, but he's in there every day. And this guy, not only is he in there, he's cutting weight 8 weeks out. He's wearing sweatshirts, he's sweating, he's on the treadmill, going hard. I cannot believe how hard. And I'm going out to eat, he's eating steamed vegetables. You 8 weeks out, what is wrong with you? The dedication it takes, both these guys are doing it. These guys are two big, strong guys. They deserve to be in here fighting for the title. I'm super happy for both of them.
It's interesting how it works in the world of combat sports because everybody knows everybody. So Andrew Strode enters 3-0 versus G. Perez. In 2 of those 3 fights, his cut man was G. Perez.
That is an interesting stat because we don't ever see that. But G. Perez, he understands the sport. He's here all the time. He's getting better with every fight. I mean, and he's going against a very high-level boxer. This should be a phenomenal fight, Sean.
There's so much respect. There's no real animosity. There's gamesmanship, of course. They're both competitive, but there's real respect, Cyrus, because both fighters know that they're extremely high level at 125.
You know, listen, you don't always have to have bad blood, right? These guys don't have bad blood, but incredible skill on both sides, and you love when the flyweights have that knockout ability. And folks, you got to talk about it. John Dodson's in the house too, and he's going to figure into that equation at some point as well. Incredible stuff here tonight. Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. It is on and popping at the Big Guitar. You can scan the QR code right now because we want you to be a part of the entire show. We've already led with 3 fights and 3 knockouts. I mean, that's what we do. At the top of the hour is when it all goes down. Fully loaded main card from Howard Davis to Brian Duran. They are all here. Justin IBARROLA, all the stars of South Florida in action tonight here at BKFC 78, and that is live on the BKFC app.
Friday, July 25th, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship comes back home to Philly with a wild night of bare knuckle brawls, passionate fans, and non-stop action. In the main event, combat sports vet Dustin the Disciple Peg fights the undefeated Ryan Peterson. The co-main event, straight savage female fisticuffs. Rosa Venom Rodriguez takes on Gabrielle Roman. Plus, don't miss the return of South Philly's favorite son, Johnny Cannoli. Watch it live on the BKFC app. Download it at bkfc.com. That's bkfc.com. Saturday, August 2nd, it's bikes, babes, and brawls when the world's most exciting combat sport, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship, returns to the legendary Sturgis Motorcycle Rally. In the co-main event, Taylor Killer B. Starling is back in Sturgis by popular demand to fight the fierce Shelby Boom Boom Cannon. Then, in the main event, Gogo Slaveski puts his perfect record on the line against the wild, unfiltered Julian Let Me Bang Lane for the vacant welterweight championship of the world. Watch it live only on DAZN. Sign up now at DAZN.com.
And take a look at a beautiful South Florida fall summer edition. It is going down here. We're just a few miles down the road here from Miami, here at the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, here at the Hard Rock Live. And yes, you just saw the promo, folks. It's just 2 weeks away till we return home. We're at our home away from home now, but we go home in just 2 weeks to Philadelphia. That's right, we're going to be at the 2300 Arena, an incredible fight night. And gentlemen, now that we got Philly under our grip here and we've had a few shows, it's great to get back in Philly. Some familiar faces on that card, fully loaded. Philly on the 25th.
We'll be at 2300 Arena, or as our colleague Brian Social likes to say, the ECW Arena, but it's technically the iconic 2300 Arena. You see the top 4 fights there presented by Blackout Coffee.
And that main event, Peg versus Peterson, I mean, that has title implications all over it. Rosalina Rodriguez has been phenomenal, but Gabriel Roman's always fun to watch. And Cannoli, Johnny Garbarino, this guy's phenomenal. He looks so good so far. I cannot wait to see him go again. Cody Vitale's always in a good fight, especially against Maurice Holm. I cannot wait for this card, Sean. We have so many good fighters from Philadelphia. One of our favorite places.
BKFC Fight Night Philly, Friday night, July 25th at 2300 Arena. Cyrus, because David Feldman, our founder, our CEO, is a native Philadelphian, it is extra special for him when we are not just in his home state of Pennsylvania, where he works so hard to make bare knuckle legal, but specifically in his home city, Philadelphia.
Oh, it's huge. You're absolutely right. And being in Philly, filling up that Wells Fargo Center like we did at Knuckle Mania, but then the 2300 Arena, which is the heart of South Philly, that is Philly. That is the grit that Philly is known for. The ECW Arena, whatever you want to call it, however you land. But you're absolutely right, Sean, and we love being there in Philly. And let's talk about, what's going on tonight. El Gallo Brian Duran, a guy that, was on a tear right out of the gate. 6 fights. He runs into Kai Stewart, has a little bit of an injury, loses that fight. It seems like, man, he is on a roll. He's got a chip on his shoulder. But Robbie Peralta is going to put up one hell of a fight. That is a tough combat sport veteran.
It's a huge fight for both men. Again, Duran, who had no professional combative sports experience, 7-1 in BKFC. Robbie Peralta reached the UFC, an outstanding MMA career, and he has found success as well in BKFC. It's what we like to call that quintessential crossroads fight.
Both guys fight very similar, try and get in, come forward, apply pressure the entire time. I mean, I really feel like Peralta is getting better at this sport, hitting on all cylinders. However, El Gallo Duran, this guy, he seems like he's at a different level right now than he has been in the past. That loss can sometimes help you, and I think it did in this case.
Cyrus, what we see in South Florida, so many great fighters. This has really become a showcase across all of combative sports. We're talking bare knuckle, we're talking Muay Thai, MMA, boxing. You see the outstanding gyms, the managers, the camps, the trainers, the fight culture. This is the part of the United States where people move not just from the United States, but from around the world to become full-time professional fighters.
Without a shadow of a doubt, you're right. Incredible gyms, incredible trainers, and so many fighters. It's this excess of fighters. This is beyond a hotbed here in South Florida, which is why we continue to come back, why we fill up the Hard Rock like we do, and why folks come out here to watch these guys. They have great personalities, including the Joy Boy, Justin IBARROLA. Now, this is a guy that is really on the precipice of getting in that bantamweight tournament that David Feldman announced on our Champion Summit. It's going to be a 4-man tournament. He wants to lock in that spot. But a dark horse, guys, Roberto Armas is a tough one. He's extremely tough, unpredictable, a lot of fun to watch. It's not going to be an easy night for IBARROLA by any stretch.
Cyrus, this is what Chris and I always talk about. One of the many things we love about BKFC. We just don't play A-side, B-side here. Justin IBARROLA has earned all 7 of his victories, and I think he has gotten markedly better with every single fight, every single win. Roberto Armas comes in. He is nobody's B-side. He sees himself as an A-side. This is a very well-matched fight.
And the thing with that, we've seen IBARROLA fight. He's getting better, like you said, each time. He looks phenomenal, good power, good inside. However, Armas, people don't realize this. He's beat not 1, but 2 undefeated guys. You might be bringing him in as a B-side, but he's not a B-side fighter.
Cyrus, so much that we see in bare knuckle is the competitiveness. You know, we look across the weight classes. We're deep everywhere. On this card, our main event is at heavyweight. Our co-main event is for the interim 125-pound strap. I think BKFC has done an outstanding job of very evenly building all of the weight classes, both male and female. That's really on display here tonight at BKFC 78.
But, Sean, is there anything more competitive than where this lightweight division really is? There's a lot of players. There's a lot of players that are going to be in that 4-man tournament. That was fully announced. Of course, we know Ben Bonner, Franco Tenaglia are going to be matched up. Austin Trout, Palomino on the rematch has been announced. There's your 4-man tournament. But what about a couple of guys that are on the outside of that? How about Howard H.D. Davis in competition tonight with DRAKO Rodriguez, straight out of Sioux City, Iowa. I was just there last weekend for the 4th of July, got family out that way. But DRAKO and HD, I think this one could very, very possibly steal the entire show when you talk about competitiveness and how closely these guys are.
I agree, Cyrus. And Chris, you almost look at that like an eliminator or a qualifier. DRAKO Rodriguez, I actually had him in Victory MMA before he went to the UFC. Quietly, he's 2-0 in BKFC. Not quietly at all, because he is a major star in Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. Howard Davis has established himself. This is that fight where the winner definitely takes a huge step forward, maybe into a position for a tournament. Also, as we talk about that tournament, Austin Trout, 154-pound WBA world champion in professional boxing, moves to 165 to become our BKFC world champion, and now decides I'm going to drop back to what he believes is his more natural weight, 154 in boxing, 155 in bare knuckle.
I love what he said. They go, why are you going to go down? He goes, because 2 belts is better than 1. He's smart, so I get that too. I'm good at math. 2 belts is great. That tournament is going to be unreal. Those guys are also good, but like you talked about, you have 2 guys fighting tonight, you know, ready to jump in if somebody gets hurt, if they're not ready to keep going, because this is a tournament. All it takes is 1 injury, 1 cut. You have to have backups. I think whoever wins this fight is the backup for that tournament.
And Cyrus, that's really about the depth on display. If you think 3-4 years ago, of course Howard Davis is going to be in this tournament. Of course, if DRAKO Rodriguez wins at 3-0, he's going to be in this tournament. That's where we were when this promotion started. Again, we only go back to June 2nd, 2018. But now as we're in the summer of 2025, with the evolution, it's not just the talent in the weight classes, it's that depth of talent in the weight classes.
I got to agree with you, and lightweight division is one that's so serious. Gentlemen, we'll see you at the top of the hour. We have a major show. Things are about to really get rolling here, ladies and gentlemen. Folks, we got some crazy fans out here. That's right, they're having fun. It's the Hard Rock. How can you not go out there and gamble, have a little bit of fun, get some food, then you come in here for the baddest show on the planet. It is filling up. This thing's sold out. We have broken, that's right, we have broken the revenue record tonight. It has happened here tonight. Scan the QR code. Every seat's going to be filled, and we want you to be here. We got Conor McGregor on the property. Mike Perry's going to be here. All the champs are here. UK, US. Folks, it is happening tonight. Scan the QR code now. At the top of the hour, it all goes down. Perdomo and Adams on top. It's BKFC 78. We're in South Florida, and yes, it's outside. Scan the QR code because it's even hotter in the Hard Rock Live. Top of the hour. Time to knuckle up and throw down.
Friday, July 25th, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship comes back home to Philly with a wild night of bare knuckle brawls, passionate fans, and non-stop action. In the main event, combat sports vet Dustin the Disciple Peg fights the undefeated Ryan Peterson. The co-main event, straight savage female fisticuffs. Rosa Venom Rodriguez takes on Gabrielle Roman. Plus, don't miss the return of South Philly's favorite son, Johnny Cannoli. Watch it live on the BKFC app. Download it at BKFC.com. That's BKFC.com. Saturday, August 2nd, it's bikes, babes, and brawls when the world's most exciting combat sport, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship, returns to the legendary Sturgis Motorcycle Rally. In the co-main event, Taylor Killer B. Starling is back in Sturgis by popular demand to fight the fierce Shelby Boom Boom Cannon. Then, in the main event, Gogo Slaveski puts his perfect record on the line against the wild, unfiltered Julian Let Me Bang Lane for the vacant welterweight championship of the world. Watch it live only on DAZN. Sign up now at DAZN.com. Tonight, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship returns to South Beach, a place where the sun kisses the ocean and the streets pulse with energy. Inside the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, fighters test their luck, all under the bright lights of this paradise turned